So for the second of my videos on the Series 12 of the DC Universe Classics is going to be on the Spectre, also a member of the JSA. The Spectre first appears in More Fun Comics number 52 in 1940. Well, I'm going by his first full appearance. He does make an appearance in 51 in an advertisement for what's coming up in the next issue. So I'm going to go with 52 as his first appearance. The sculpt is pretty basic for the body. You do get these nice hands, splayed hands rather than a fist, so he can do kind of the creepy reaching for you ghost poses. Pretty nice face sculpt, and the cape and collar, very nice too. You can see the put a little shine on the buttons there in the collar just to make them stand out a little bit. That's a nice touch. And you get this nice sculpt on the hood that really fits in there with the collar. There's a little bit of gray on the face and slight things on the body, just to pick out the definition a little bit. You know, he's got pretty much the standard DC Universe articulation, arms forward and back, in and out, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, rotate at the wrist, abdominal, waist, legs forward, back, in and out, and thigh rotation, knee, and feet. This cape doesn't really hinder a lot of the head movement as you'd think it would. One thing I notice about this guy is that all the joints were very, very stiff, particularly the arms. Not so much that they're resisting, but they're just tough. And I don't know if it's just my figure or if that's this figure in general. The last wave, I think, tended to be very loose, so maybe they're skewing the other way in this wave. Now, there is a variant of this guy with all his white parts on the costume are phosphorescent, so they glow in the dark. Is a nice touch since he is a ghost. However, I bought mine through Matty.com, so they did not sell in their set the variant edition. Well, the Spectre has a very long and different... He's a character that through the years a lot of people seem to reinvent every 10 years or so. He had a pretty good run in the 40s, and he kind of disappeared aside from little guest spots here and there. Nothing with great frequency until the late 60s. He got reinvented in the 70s as a more horror type character. Along came the Crisis, and that changed a lot of stuff about him. Let's go back to his original origin, and in that, Jim Corrigan is sort of like your basic hard-boiled cop, and he's murdered, and when his spirit goes to heaven, he's barred from entering heaven and is sent back with the very long-standing and nebulous duty of eliminating all evil in the world, and does so as a ghost. He's commanded to do this by something that's just called the Voice, but is pretty much understood to be God. He does get his body resurrected and shares an existence as Jim Corrigan and the Spectre. Like I said, he gets a reboot during the Silver Age as an avenging otherworldly spirit. So gone is the resurrected body, and he's just a ghost again. He gets another revamp in the 70s as an avenger of the dead, looking for poetic justice. He goes after murderers, and there's always some kind of twist or ironic death. If they're a barber, they're killed by scissors, or that sort of a thing. So, a very nice, very cool horror series that was just reprinted in 2005. Let's see, his first post-crisis appearance is, I think he's in Swamp Thing a little bit. And then he makes a cameo in the Books of Magic, where it's implied that he's the spirit of vengeance called Regule. He kind of disappears for a while until John Ostrander resurrects him in his new Spectre series. That's where you find out that he is the wrath of God, and he needs a host spirit to guide it, and that's where the Jim Corrigan character comes into play. He is a cop who, again, lost his life in the 40s. So he's pretty much got his golden age. Origin. During the course of the series, Corrigan spirit actually finds its rest and moves on to another plane. That's when Hal Jordan, who had died as Parallax, becomes the new host of the Spirit of Vengeance, and he tries through sheer willpower to change the Spirit of Vengeance into the Spirit of Redemption. There's also a ulterior motive for the Spectre joining with the spirit of Hal Jordan, and that is Parallax still infects Hal Jordan, and so the Spectre wanted to neutralize Parallax. Of course, that doesn't happen. That doesn't work out, and Hal Jordan is resurrected, and the spirit of the Spectre is free and untethered from a human host. And in this vulnerable state, he is manipulated by Eclipso into wanting to destroy all magic on Earth. He's finally reined in by getting a new host in the form of former Gotham City police detective Crispus Allen. Another great figure if you're a big JSA fan, and stay tuned for my next review.